Hi students, in this video I'm going to discuss algebra of sequences. If limit of the sequence an has n tends to infinity, that is a is the limit point of the sequence an, and limit of the sequence bn as n tends to infinity, so that is b, where b is the limit point of the sequence bn. Therefore an and bn are converges to a and b respectively. Then some rule, limit of the sequences, sum of the sequences an and bn as n tends to infinity is sum of the their respective limit points a and b. Difference rule, limit of the sequence an minus bn as n tends to infinity, that is a minus b. Product rule, limit as n tends to infinity of the product of two sequences an and bn, so that is a product of their limit points a and b. Then constant multiple rule, limit as n tends to infinity k into an, that is equal to k into a, where k is any non-zero number and a is the limit point of the sequence n. And quotient rule, limit as n tends to infinity of an by bn is equal to a by b, b is not equal to 0. Now let us prove first three result. So fourth and fifth is not required. You can try yourself. So now we will move to the proof of the first one. Since limit of the sequence n as n tends to infinity, that is a, so where a is the limit point of the sequence n, therefore n converges to a. Since n converges to a, then there exists a natural number n1 such that modulus of n minus a less than epsilon by 2 for all n greater than or equal to n. Therefore n1 depends on the epsilon. So using the definition of convergence of a sequence, so one can write equation 1.10. Similarly, since bn converges to b, then there exists a natural number n2 such that modulus of bn minus b less than epsilon by 2 for all n greater than or equal to n2. So since an, then since the sequences an and bn converges to a and b respectively, therefore return equation 1.10 and 1.11 through the definition of the convergence of a sequence. Now for epsilon greater than 0, it is given. Let us choose n, so maximum of n1 and n2. Now consider modulus of an plus bn minus of a plus b, so that can be written as modulus of an minus a plus bn minus b. So you know the property a plus b, modulus of a plus b, that can be written as modulus of a plus modulus of b. So that can be written as, so less than or equality becomes inequality, modulus of an minus a plus modulus of bn minus b. So with the help of the equation 1.10, modulus of n minus a can be written as epsilon by 2, that is less than epsilon by 2. And similarly, using 1.11, modulus of bn minus b can be written as epsilon by 2. So adding these two, will get epsilon. Therefore, so limit as n tends to infinity of the sequences an and bn is equal to a plus b. So similarly, one can prove the similar way, that is limit as n tends to infinity of an minus b So that is equal to the limit points difference of two limit points of sequence an and bn, that is equal to a minus b. Now we'll move to the proof of the third one. Since an converges to a, then there exists a positive integer n1 such that modulus of an minus a less than epsilon by 2 into modulus of b. If b is equal to 0, so we cannot define. So therefore let us take epsilon by 2 into b plus 1. So better choose. We choose the modulus of p plus 1 in the denominator. Since an is a bounded sequence, then there exists a real number k such that modulus of an less than k for all n, for all the natural number n from 1 to infinity. So always modulus of n must be less than k, because since the sequence n is bounded. Since bn is converges to b, where b is the limit point of the sequence bn, then there exists a natural number n2 such that modulus of bn minus b less than s1 by 2 into k for all n greater than or equal to n2. But anyway, k is not equal to 0 here. So k never be 0 in fact. If k is 0, it means obviously, so this n also less than that value is here. So k is not 0 here. Let us choose epsilon. Let n is the maximum of n1 and n2. Now we consider the modulus of n into bn minus ab is equal to, so here added and subtracted b into an. So this can be written as modulus of an bn added b into an and subtracted b into n minus ab as it is written. So here you take the an common, bn, and here b third term bn minus b, then you take b common, then second and last term an minus a. So this can be written as, again using the modulus of a plus b inequality, triangular inequality, that is the modulus of a plus modulus of b. Using that concept I can write modulus of less than or equal to, before writing this less than or equal to, you can write modulus of an bn minus b plus modulus of b into n minus c. Again product of modulus of product of ab, that can be written as modulus of a into what, modulus of b. Use this concept we can write, so this is equal to modulus of an, this is an into modulus of what, bn minus b plus modulus of b into modulus of what, an minus a. One can write. So this is the things what we can write. Now, so this is less than modulus of an. Anyway, since an is bounded sequence, therefore this modulus of n less than k, so less than k written, and modulus of bn minus b, that is always less than epsilon by 2k, and modulus of b as it is written, and modulus of n minus a, that is epsilon by 2 times of modulus of b plus 1. If b is not 0, we cannot define, so that's what we take, better modulus of b plus 1. So is always, this whole term always less than epsilon for all n greater than or equal to n. Therefore, so with the help of the convergence of a sequence, so therefore you can write limit as n tends to infinity of product of two sequences n and bn is equal to the product of their limit points, that is a and b. So let us stop now.